been looking forward to this, but anyways guys, it's MechlordGames here, coming at you with a mod showcase. This is of Tinker's Construct. This mod is, there's so much shit in this mod, I can't even couldn't fathom, even get this to work half the damn time. But, finally did it, finally got over it, and there's so much here, it's the hell. So, basically, the foundation of the mod is you make a lot of special tools, weapons. You make a lot of special tools and weapons using this thing right here. And this is a smeltery. Now, as you can see, it consists of a lot of parts to actually make it. Well, let's go over it. So, you need, first off, seared bricks to make the inner foundation, which is, a 3-block, well, a 3x3 little 9-square block, and then you surround it in your seared bricks, and then there you go. But there's a lot more to it to that. So, to start off, you need grout. Now, grout you get in two different various ways. You can either take a clay block with sand blocks and gravel, and you get 8 grout from it, or you just use the clay itself, sand and gravel, and then you get 2 pieces of grout. You can do it either way depending on how much clay or sand or whatever you have, or how much clay you have, and you can go ahead and do it that way. This requires a lot more to make it, but it pretty much turns out to be the same no matter what you do. Now, what do you do with the grout? Well, you put it in a furnace and you cook it. And then you get seared bricks, which you can throw them. Yeah, you can throw them if you have the throwing bricks mod on. Yeah, that's always nice. Now, those seared bricks are used to create all kinds of stuff. So to get your seared brick blocks, you just put it in a 4-square pattern like this to get your seared bricks. Now you need a seared tank, which keeps, your fuel source in it. So to do that, you basically do this. You get 8 seared bricks and 1 piece of glass, and then you get a seared tank. You also need faucets, which is to drain your material out of. So you need to place a seared brick like you would a bucket, and you get a faucet. And to get the smelting controller, same pattern, just without the glass. And I don't know why that went there. And then you make the smeltery controller, which is basically the core of it all. Now, that's not the only thing you need, because you need the things to pour them into. So for that, you need a casting table, which is going to allow you to actually make your items. So you have seared brick, you put it like it's pants, and then you get a casting table. You put it upside down, and you get a casting basin. You also need the smeltery drain as well to even be able to drain the liquid, which you just put nearly like a ladder. 6 pieces, 6 seared brick, and you get 1 smeltery drain. So, with the seared tank, you fill it with lava. As you can see, I've already done so. And if you go into your controller, it will show you all sorts of the fuel that you've used. So, let's go ahead and give us something to smelt. So let's go ahead and smelt. We'll go ahead and smelt this all right here. Let's go ahead and smelt all that gold, because that's actually very important. Because now we're going to get to the next part. What do you actually do with all of this junk? Well, you need these things. You need a crafting station, a part builder, a stencil table, and a tool forge. How do you get them? Well, let's start off. Oh no, is it the right chest? I don't know. This is the right chest. So it all starts off pretty much with getting those tables. So you need a tool station, which requires a blank pattern and a crafting station. Well, to get a blank pattern, you need sticks and wood. Placed just like this, and you get blank pattern. To get a crafting station, which you need to make the tool station, you just put a crafting table into your inventory, and then you get a crafting station. And you put that in with the tool station. You need a part builder, which requires wood and blank pattern. And that's an actual wood block, not the plank. So you put that like that, and then you get a part builder. Then to get a stencil table, you just put a plank there instead of wood, and then you get the stencil table. Now you're going to need to make 2 crafting stations. 1 tool station, 1 part builder, and 1 stencil table. Now the tool station you're going to actually use to upgrade to the tool forge, but to do so you need 3 seared bricks, 4 blocks of iron, and a tool station. It's really expensive to make a tool forge, but it is worth it with the things you can actually do with it. Now, we're going to need, some patterns and stuff to start off with, and it appears I didn't give myself any of the other patterns. So, we need patterns to be able to, build anything in the first place. So that's where you go to the stencil table. Now at the stencil table, you just put your pattern in here, and then you just go over here, click into your item. You make sure that you click on, make sure you get the stuff that you're going to need, that you know you're going to need. So let's just go ahead and get, I think we're going to need that, and I think we're also going to need, the small binding as well as the rods. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. So that's going to basically show you like the basic stuff. If I recall, we need to use that. We need that. Yeah, that. So this is pretty much the basic stuff of what you're going to use. You have a lot of other stuff at access to you, but this is the general basics of what we're going to need. So now we need to go over here to the part builder. So you put your part in here, and if you notice it says material cost. So you just put in a particular item, and then you get, whatever that required item is. So that's 3. Huh. Is it because that's in there? Oh, yeah, that is. So we need that. And then we need, okay, so we got these. Then we're going to need one of these. The tough rod. Going to need a hammer, a blade, the large plate. Because these are the general basics of the tools that you're going to end up using. It appears that we don't have a... So what the hell are you doing here? I know that I pretty much made this all. So now you have all of the tools. Well, you pretty much have all of what you're going to want made. Let's go ahead and throw that out. I don't feel safe with that. So, it's not enough that we have those. You need to be able to make the casts. And to make a cast, you actually need the casting table. So let's start by getting some casts actually made. So to make a cast, you go ahead and place your little molding patterns in here, and then you just click on the faucet, and then it drains out the material for the actual cast. So then you go ahead, take those items off. So now you will no longer need them. So let's just go ahead and throw these 2 in here. And then now we actually have the cast for those. So let's go ahead and I think we have enough gold left to do more of them. So let's now go ahead and do our tool rods. Now it doesn't take up that much gold for this to actually be, relatively useful to us. Oh, we just went and threw them up there. Now let's just store all these away. Just because we're not really going to need those anymore. And we don't really need those on us. So now we got those two. Now let's go ahead and get these other ones made. They don't take very long at all to actually do. So that's really, really awesome. Okay, so then we need to basically just do these last few. Oh, nope, not you. Just basically are going to put these last ones on, and then we will be set and ready to go. Alright, so now that we've got those made, just got to put our last two on here. And now let's just go ahead and throw these in here, because those aren't important anymore. Okay, so now we've got those. So let's go ahead and stash those away. Okay, so now we're going to actually make the basic tools. So we have some gold left over. I've already went ahead and built some hoppers connected to some chests. So we'll go ahead and get these dumping out stuff, because we're no longer going to need the gold in the smeltery anymore. Okay, so now we are completely drained. Now let's go ahead and throw some iron in here, because iron is pretty much going to be basically what you're going to use the most. So while that's cooking, let's go ahead and see what we want to create. So let's go with a hammer. The hammer is probably the best tool among them. So we need 2 plates, a tough tool rod, and a hammerhead. So we need that, we need the plate, and then we need, where's the tough rod? There's the tough rod. So let's go ahead and start by placing these two. Let's see if the iron is done melting. Nope, almost there. Almost there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. As you can see, we're using up some fuel. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so we've got 36, ingots ready to be used. So now, just pour that on into here, into the casts, and then when they're full, voila, we have the rod. So I need to make a second one of those, and then we'll just go ahead and fill that down, and then do that, and then this should be done very shortly, in which then we can have our stuff. Come on, come on. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and craft our items. So we're going to come over here to the tool forge, because then you just click on this. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't click you there. And then voila, we have a hammer. Now, if you notice, it said that there was a certain amount of modifiers. Now, the crafting station, you're going to be able to actually place modifiers on the item. Now, modifiers consist of all these in here, except for these things down here. Ignore this. Now, let's go over the basic modifiers. Lapis gives you fortune. So let's go ahead and just take lapis blocks. So if we wanted to completely fortune this out, we just basically, boom. So now we're pretty much building it up to whatever. Now, it generally has a limit as to what you can put on it. So let me quickly here go to game mode 0. Now, on here, you can place more down, and I don't know why, but for some reason it looks like it's just basically going... What the hell? Why is it not showing me the indicator as to how much we can put on it left? It's not showing me. What the hell? Okay, but now it's basically at Fortune 3. Huh. Strange, it won't actually show me the meter. Okay, so there we go. So it's completely full on lapis. So we've completely used up one modifier. That's lovely. Good job. And rain is bad. So go away, rain. So lapis gives us the fortune modifier. Now let's go ahead and put on redstone, because we still have 2 modifier slots remaining. We can go ahead and now give ourselves haste, which basically... Oh, what the hell? For some reason, yeah, it won't show me the thing in there. I don't exactly know why. So yeah, we have... Oh, well, wait a minute. We need to actually convert that into some redstone dust. Okay, so then we can now do that. And then we've got it to where we now can add another layer to this said tool. Huh. Alright, so apparently we can still apply one more piece of redstone to it. And then I believe we are... Yeah, we are currently out of modifiers. So, now that we've increased its speed, and we've increased its fortune, let's give it an extra modifier. Now to give it extra modifiers, the first modifier that we will apply can be done like this. You take a diamond and a block of gold, and boom. You have an extra modifier, which you can then choose to do... You can then choose to, increase the speed further. When you do, yeah, it'll mine a lot faster than it already had prior to that. So now we're out of a modifier again, but I feel like that amount of haste, should be significantly fine. So to add your second level of modifier, you're going to need a golden apple and a block of diamond. And that's really expensive to do, but it's well worth it. Because now you can go and apply an emerald. What does an emerald do? Well, let's see. For one thing, it gives it a little green thing on the top, and it increases the durability 50+%. Then, you know, that took up a modifier. So let's just add one more. Let's take another star. Add another modifier. And then let's add a lava crystal. So then we can get the auto smelting ability. You know, which is really nice. Which will come, you know, in handy later on. Or, will just come in handy in general. You're going to love what this does. You know, and if you put it in here, you can name it. And it names it for free. So, you know, now we have this. You know, pretty freaking dandy, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. And you can apply all of these to your basic, you know, items here. Now, so let's go over the rest of the modifiers. Quartz can increase your damage. There are also various others that I don't have listed here, but those are the more complicated ones, like that I don't actually use. There's, like I said, there's just so much stuff in this mod. As well as if you use paper for your tool, they definitely, well, if you use paper for your tool, they lose durability, but they do get something rather nice. They do get an extra modifier slot, which can allow you to, you know, just place more modifiers on. So let's go and test, you know, our hammer here. Now, the hammer mines a 3x3 block area, which is really nice. Considering you find something, you want to mine it. The auto smelt is also really good, because it just saves you so much coal, and it auto smelts the material. Whatever minerals you're mining, it cooks it. So this is really effective for strip mining, and also getting you stuck in a hole that I don't want to be in, so let's get out of it. So that's all in fine. That, you know, that you can oh, there's a snow creeper up there. Hi buddy, leave us alone, okay? Okay, so now with this, you know, what if this gets broken? It doesn't technically actually break. You can repair it by using, well, let's just go ahead and drain the iron, well, some of the iron that was in here. I don't think we have enough to drain it. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and give us more, because that definitely was not enough. Because we're also going to work on making another tool. I want to show you just like, you know, the basic sword, the one that I like to use. So I need the large blade and a plate. I said plate. Okay. And notice that these also say the material cost. So that's how much of the ingot you're going to have, you know, for that material if you want to be able to make the item. So now I'm pretty sure that some of that is done. Let's go ahead and take the block of iron. So to repair your tool, you just take whatever the main basic material is, throw a block on it, and you've pretty much fully repaired it. Now I didn't do much damage to mine, so there wasn't really much to repair. But that's basically, you know, what you would do with it. So let's go and craft us a handy dandy sword. So I need one of these. We need that, and then we'll take that, put that, and then that. So we're going to be getting a cleaver. Now cleavers are very useful because you can give it beheading using, I think it's nether eyes that give you beheading. So if you make a beheading sword, you have a really high chance of being able to go and get nether skulls. Sorry, wither skulls. To be able to summon the wither boss and go and harvest, wither stuff. So, we have 3 modifier slots. So, let's go ahead and we'll take lapis, take quartz to start with. So let's go ahead and basically we'll start with this, getting a quartz, because this will actually increase the overall attack power of the item. And then we can just go ahead and boost this up. Let's do it as much as we can until we're actually out of modifier slots. Why would you want to be out of modifiers? Well, because you can just throw more and more on here. Because the more you have, the stronger it gets. So typically, a Minecraft diamond sword has 7 attack damage. We have 25. So that's just nuts. So let's go ahead and apply our next modifier. So we'll put that in here, put that in there, put that in there, and then we got a new modifier slot. So let's just go ahead and put lapis on here. Now, we can pretty much fill this weapon on its fortune. I'm sorry, not fortune. This will have... the hell is it? Looting. So this now has just basically became a sharpness 5 looting 3 sword. And that's freaking ridiculous. So you've got that, and you're out of modifiers. Well, let's go ahead and add our next one. So we got that, and then let's go and put on, let's give us an emerald. So you can go ahead and give us some more durability. That just looks cool. Now we still need another modifier slot, so let's go ahead and use another star. Do you want to put on more quartz? Roughly increase the damage a lot. I don't know if it would actually be that effective. So you know what? Let's use a lava crystal. So then it's pretty much the best thing that you're going to get out of it that way. It also has auto smelt. So if you kill a mob with it and it burns to death, well, then you're going to get the cooked food. So now that we've made this, let's find well, its attack damage is 25 with looting 3. Now these are, a lot stronger. But to mine these, you need steel level items. These are only iron level items, so you're not really, going to be able to mine out ardite and cobalt, which is necessary for yet an even stronger tool. Now to get that, you need steel. Now steel, the only way to basically get it is with the chain chest plate. Unless you have metallurgy 4 with the extra TIC add-on pack, which then allows manganese to be used in combination with iron to smelt it together to get, steel. So since we already have some iron in here, let's go ahead and throw some manganese in there and show you what happens. Also, if you take damage while you're actually inside, like if you're actually in this smelter and you take damage, you're going to contaminate this and you're going to get blood. Which, basically you have to break your entire controller and you've kind of lost everything that was in there, which kind of sucks. So don't end up taking damage whilst you're inside here. But if you see here, this is slowly smelting. So let's go. Well, we don't exactly have a mob to kill, do we? I would show you the attack power of this sword, but 25, that's 3 times stronger than a diamond sword. And we have a lot more durability. And we can repair this very easily. So as you can see, now we have molten steel, and whatever was left over was turned into molten manganese. It's basically 1 per 1, so like you have to have 1 iron ingot and 1 manganese ingot to get steel. Now, steel is very, very good, which can allow you to get cobalt and ardite, which are extremely powerful. But there is one thing on an even higher level, and that is manulin. Now, that is extremely difficult to get, because you can't find this. You have to actually craft it. Now, to craft it, you need ardite dust and cobalt dust. But to get that, you need to crush ardite ingots. Well, crush an ardite ore, or ardite ingot, same with the cobalt, to get the cobalt dust and ardite dust. And then you get manulin dust, which you cook in a furnace, and then you get the manulin ingot, which you can go and smelt to be able to make your manulin tools, or you can use it in a basic recipe to get the basic manulin tools. Let's see if we look here. Can you actually get the regular manulin tools? Not P-man. Manulin. No, there's no regular basic manulin tools, but you have Tinker's Construct manulin tools, which you need to be able to smelt the ingot to get the molten manulin, which can then be turned out to get, the better, which could be turned into the better things. So, these stuff is really good. Adamantine? I don't know if adamantine is any stronger, or even how one would obtain adamantine. Yeah, apparently adamantine works with this mod, so that's interesting. Which the adamantine has its own set of tools as well to go with that. Let's just actually... There's the adamantine ingot. So it looks like all these stuff is related together. Adamantine broadsword is +8 attack, reinforced hammer, rapier. The tools though really... the adamantine cleaver is 14 attack damage. Let's just go to cleavers in general. A fairy cleaver? Alumite? Alumite is the other equivalent of steel. But I don't know how you get How would one obtain... How would one obtain alumite? Get alumite ingot. This might be something you can actually find, or something you have to craft. I don't exactly know, so you'd have to go and figure that out. But you need a crusher to be able to get the manulin. And to get a crusher, you need copper and iron, as well as a machine frame and a furnace. To get the machine frame, you can use copper from any mod with iron, and you build it like TNT, and you get the machine frame. The crusher, you basically power the crusher, you put your item in here, and you get, whatever dust it has, which then you use the dust to be able to create your manulin. I've never actually used the crusher before, so I have no idea really how it works, but yeah, manulin is very powerful. So that pretty much covers everything that I can actually go over from Tinker's Construct, but there is so many, like, where is it? Like, if you look here, there's so many, like, things you can build out of this. Quicksilver, Promethium, Urcloss. So it seems like everything from metallurgy can also be used to make tools on here, which is all is different strengths if you have the extra TIC pack for that. Ghost wood? What the hell? Black steel, Alterus, Astral Silver, Adamantine, Mithril, or a Chalcum Hammer, or a Colossus Knife, Promethean Knife Blade. Vulcanite? Jesus Christ. So it looks like there's a lot of stuff to this mod that I didn't even think about. Look at all these plates. Like amethyst even. Calendrite, Pokephenium. So yeah, to basically end it off, let's go and see if we can go down underground and see if we can find some, mobs or something. So let's just go down here. That's Ruby. I don't care about that. Oh yeah, dirt gets very annoying, which is why you make the extractinator. Oh. Well, look, there's some manganese. Manganese is very essential to being able to continue on with this mod and being able to continue further through the nether materials. I hear lava. Yep, well there would be lava. So is there a cave system here that I can get into? What kind of sapphire is that? That doesn't look like normal sapphire. Creeperite! Yeah, so as you can see, this is just showing off the effectiveness of the tool a little bit. It just leaves freaking trails of material. And everything pretty much will get smelted. And obviously the higher level the tool, the stronger it is overall as far as like mining power, etc. Oh. The hell? There's quartz here. Rose quartz. Okay, there's some shenanigans here. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You do have to be very careful, though, because sometimes you can get stuck in blocks. Sulfur? Ew. I don't like sulfur. No, screw this life. Also, look at that, 20 levels of XP. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. My name is MechlordGames. I hope you guys really enjoyed the mod showcase. There's really a lot to this mod, but if you love mining, then this is definitely for you. I do suggest using the Metallurgy 4 mod with this, with extra TIC installed, because there's just so much more that you'd be able to do with it. That you can't, and that you simply just cannot do alone with just Tinker's Construct. So, yeah, I think that's about everything.